Hi guys, welcome back to the Library of Alexandria. And today, guys, just real quick, I have for all of you who are interested, so that several people message me, today I will speak to you about the conclusion, the epic conclusion and resolution of The Tale of the Broken Boat. So, if this doesn't make any sense to you, so every now and then I have these live, productivity sprints. They're usually late at night because it's late and I need to be doing something and I just haven't, so I jump on these to kind of hold me accountable for doing something. But the problem is with these is I always end up talking for at least half an hour. For every half an hour I work, I talk for half an hour. So, I think it was Charmaine that dubbed them sprants, because a lot of times I'm ranting about education or whatever. Anyway, in this most recent one, I was discussing about how my school's JCL, Junior Classical League Chapter, essentially Latin Club, we were going to have a summer social, and that was going to be at my family's lake house. And I discussed how every time, my family owns a boat, but it's a little crap boat, little bitty boat, and it sucks. And every time I go to use this boat, it doesn't work. It freaking doesn't work. My dad puts the boat in the water because he's got a truck, and he'll start and be like, works fine, just do this. And then he leaves. And that's fine, and then people get there and try to go in the water, and we sit there in the baking sun trying to get the freaking boat to work, but it won't start. It won't start. It won't start for me. The thing is, the boat already done to idle. So that's the big problem, is trying to get this thing to start. So it doesn't start. So I predicted, I knew it was not going to start for this. And I didn't even mean this to become some epic saga, but with all the people watching, everyone was super invested on whether or not the boat actually works. So here is the conclusion to that story. So we got there, and again, my dad arrives, puts it in the water, and cranks it, starts it, whatever, and he leaves. And it's cool. It is not long after he is gone before we get in the water with the boat and try to get it working. So push off, floating away with the first, I can't take many people on the boat at one time. Push off, and I try to start this thing, and I will be dadgum if that thing does not start. It doesn't start. Again, exactly as predicted. The exact same thing that happens every single time I come and do this happens. And it always works for Dad, and it always works for my brother. And it just doesn't work for me. And so I call my dad, as I always do, in distress. And I'm like, Dad, it's not starting. He's like, I just cranked. I'm like, I know you did. I'm telling you that it is not working. And so he walks me through the instructions on how to freaking crank it. You gotta push in the key and then press the thing and so you can throttle it without giving it gas, whatever. I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to do the same thing every time. And so I follow my dad's instructions to the letter. And then he's like, well, go try this, pump the gas thing. And he's like, hand the phone to somebody so I can hear it. I'm like, Dad, it's not turning over. I know what a motor sounds like when it turns over. It's not turning over. It doesn't work. And my dad, of course, because as if this doesn't, so this feeds into my deep-seated insecurities. I am so accustomed to my dad thinking that I am incompetent. My whole family thinks that I don't know how to do anything. And so, my dad's telling me, I'm like, Dad, I am doing the exact thing that you are telling me to do. And it's not working. I know you think that I'm not following the instructions. I am. So anyway, so my dad's like, well, I'm turning around and coming back. My dad comes back, which is actually really nice of him. He turns around and he comes back to the lake, and we tow it to the shore, and he gets in it. He gets in to start the thing, and he's like, okay, you got to do this, and you do that. I'm like, Dad, that's exactly what I was doing, and he freaking turns the key and it starts. It starts first time, and all of the students are like, what did you do? Were you watching Walker? I'm like, he did the same thing that I was doing. It was so very frustrating. So anyway, kids pile in, and we, I take them tubing and whatever around the lake, but there isn't very much gas. So I'm only able to take 4 or 5 people in the tube before I'm out of gas. And so I call my dad. I'm like, hey, where's the gas cans? I know there's usually a big gas can here that I can go fill up, gas station down the street. My dad has taken all 3 gas cans with him. I'm like, really, Dad? So we have to stop in the middle for an hour, and I go and we go to the dollar store, and all they've got is $16 2-gallon things, containers for gas. There's no gas in it. It's just little red containers, $16 for 2 gallons. And I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $16 for one. And also, we're not gonna fill up this freaking 20-gallon tank 2 gallons at a time. We're just not gonna do it. So we gotta ride to the Tractor Supply place and get like 2 5-gallon gas containers for $20 each. Like, are you kidding? And those are the cheap ones. The other ones were $40 each. I'm like, I pay $40 for a plastic container that holds gas. So anyway, buy 2 of those, fill them up with gas. So I got 10 gallons of tank, pour it in, but now can't figure out how to pour them in the freaking gas tank. Try to pour and like got the spigot, follow the instructions, and gas just pouring out. Like I got a chemical burn on my hand from gas pouring on my hand. Anyway, finally one of the kids like, I got a funnel. I'm like, you idiot! Like go get your funnel. It works. Whatever. Take 5 more kids out, and I start to notice that we're low on gas, and so I say, hey, like no one gets to ride a second time. Like if you haven't ridden, go. We're gonna go. I really tried. But that boat ran out of gas on the far side of the lake. It ran out of gas. I knew I was on the last person I could take. I thought I had enough gas to like loop around and get to at least near where we were. Nope. So what I'm gonna now show you pictures and video that was taken of what happened next. So it's like late, like it's getting dark. It's not dark yet, but the sun is going down. There's no one else out on the lake because this has happened more than one time before because the gas gauge kind of sucks. Usually someone tows me in. No one's on the water. So I put on a life jacket, hop behind the boat, and start pushing it.
Guys, currently we're stuck, no gas.
No gas.
We are pushing the boat.
Are you on video?
Because someone didn't fill the gas tank.
I'm sorry, the gas was full.
I'm just kidding. It's Matthew's fault.
You're the one who should be ashamed up in that
doing
boat instead of
great,
helping us push.
I can't swim.
Are you jumping in?
Oh, McKinley's helping.
And then another student comes and helps me, and we're just pushing it. And then finally, 2 more students jump in the water, and we're just pushing from the back for 35 minutes. That's how long it takes to get from one side to the other. Just pushing. There's one student on the front, on the prow, like with like a pontoon, like a gondola stick steering us. And then one student standing there filming and mocking. So we finally get that thing in. And so it was a good time. And so, it's a story or whatever. But everyone got in safe. It was fun. Whatever. So that is the tale of what happened with the boat. For anyone who's watching this and cares. I don't have anything else. It was a good time. But, So I have those sprints, with some regularity. So drop in and who knows what you'll hear about the next time. But that is the end of that saga. Shame on the student who knows who they are for not getting in and helping us push. But for the other students who were helping, it was actually a lot of fun. Like decent conversation while just paddling, pushing a boat so slow. Like, it was so slow. And the current's working against us. It's just awful. Anyway, that is all for me for today. As always, guys, information about my Patreon and Discord is down in the description, and I'll see you next time, guys.